Wake up! Don't be a slave to theory. Theory is dead. The world is alive.
Hi everyone, welcome to the 6th season of the TaraElla report, where we try to come up with solutions to heal the polarized cultural and political environment in the West right now. This show is brought to you by my new book, The Moral Libertarian Idea, which is all about reimagining a positive and pro-community, pro-humanity, classical liberalism for the 21st century. Today, I'm going to take a look at the increasingly popular saying that there are no libertarians in a pandemic. What this phrase refers to is, of course, government spending. Right now, governments around the world, left, right, and center, are spending huge sums of money to bail out the economy. This, of course, is strongly at odds with the conventional libertarian philosophy of minimal government. Furthermore, the pandemic has highlighted the utility of having universal health coverage in times like these. It appears that minarchy and the whole taxation is theft idea is really unfit for a pandemic or indeed any national or international crisis. Does this mean the future for libertarianism is now bleak? I don't think so. The problem is, too many people imagine libertarianism to be about minimizing the size of government at all costs. However, I don't think that is how the NAP should necessarily be interpreted. The fact is, drastically lowering spending has not much to do with the NAP. While some may argue this from the taxation is theft angle, this would equally apply to a tax rate of say 10% versus 30%, because in both cases, if you don't pay your taxes, you still go to prison. On the other hand, making all taxation voluntary would mean nobody pays tax at all, which would lead to the government ceasing to exist. Therefore, the taxation is theft argument is ultimately not meaningful, unless you are also okay with anarchism and all its consequences. At least since industrialization, we have never actually lived by the taxation is theft idea, and for good reason. I think it's time libertarianism broke from that particular obsession. Instead, the NAP could be interpreted at a more abstract level to support things like free speech, freedom of conscience and religion, and ending the endless wars, while still leaving room for an adequate government response to pandemics and other crises, as well as things like universal health care. This is where moral libertarianism comes in. In the moral libertarian view, the important thing is each individual has equal and maximum moral agency to pursue what they believe to be the necessary course of action under their moral compass. Where the NAP comes in is that no other individual can have an overriding power to coerce them to do otherwise. After all, a coercive relationship is by definition an aggressive relationship, and non-coercion is essentially non-aggression in a broader sense. Applying the NAP this way allows much more flexibility in terms of government spending and the provision of programs like Medicare for All. It would also allow a more robust response to things like climate change in the longer term. In my opinion, it would make libertarianism a much more practical and popular ideology. That's all for today. I'll be back next time to discuss another big idea. Subscribe if you want to follow our story. And remember to resist the hive mind and stay positive. The world depends on it.